Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Bastiodon, possibly my favourite fossil Pokemon, but unfortunately a Pokemon that doesn't have many good qualities. The best quality it has is it has humongous defense stats. So base 168 in its defense and base 138 in its special defense means this thing is not going to go down super quickly. This thing's going to live a couple of hits, but its typing is very unfortunate, meaning that it is going to be hit super effectively by fighting type ×4 and ground type ×4, two very common typings in the meta. So Bastiodon unfortunately does have quite a difficult time, but there are a few ways that I've come up with sets that you can run for this thing. Now unfortunately with Toxic being lost, it is a problem because Bastiodon being able to stall out with Toxic was probably one of its best qualities, but now we are not able to do that. But yes, before we get started, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel. At time of recording, I'm 25 subs away from 1600, and I'd really love to reach that by the end of the year. As I said, at time of recording, I'm 25 off, and it's like 9 days left of the year. So 25 and 9 days is doable, but I need your help. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like this video. Really appreciate it, and anyone that's supporting me anyways that's already subscribed, I really appreciate it. Thank you for being part of the channel. But yes, we are going to talk about Bastiodon. So Bastiodon, we have got 3 sets today. The first set is a rest sleep talk set. This is ideally kind of looking at you being a bulky kind of wall, and you're going to be able to hopefully use Metal Burst a few times. So Chesto Berry to allow you to wake up from your rest, because one time would allow for you to be able to immediately use Metal Burst on the next turn, which will work out really nicely. Ability wise, you haven't really got very good options. You've got Sturdy, which could work quite nicely in combination with Metal Burst if you're worried about a one-hit KO, but I would say it's quite unlikely to see a one-hit KO unless you've got like a really strong fighting type with like close combat or Focus Blast, or like things like Garchomp with like Earthquake, and possibly even a crit Earthquake. I'm not 100% sure, I haven't calculated it, but I know those defense stats are super high. So I've gone for Soundproof. It's basically immune to sound-based moves, so, you know, things like, I don't think Hyper Voice is even in the game anymore, but like anything like Boom Burst, which I'm pretty sure is in the game. But certain sound-based moves you will not suffer from. You can go for Sturdy. Ultimately, I think the abilities are as good as each other, but it's up to you how you decide to go for it. We've then got Metal Burst, which I thought Metal Burst is a really interesting attack, and basically if hit by an attack, and this can be physical or special, it returns 1.5 times the damage. So if let's say they did 150 damage to you, then you would do 225 back. So that could work really nicely, especially if you've got rid of any fighting and ground type mons, and this is coming in kind of later game. And then what you can do is you can potentially Metal Burst 2 or 3 times, and then rest up, get your recovery going. You can possibly even Sleep Talk to use Metal Burst when taking damage as well. And then finally I've gone for Earthquake as just a general attack that you could possibly use on some different Pokemon. Now realistically, I was just trying to fill a 4th slot here. There isn't too much that works amazingly to fill these. You could go for Heavy Slam, I suppose, because you are quite heavy. Iron Defense is definitely a possibility to allow you to raise up your defense, but it then reduces the effectiveness of Metal Burst, because obviously if you're taking less damage, that means that you are going to be given less damage with Metal Burst. EV wise, I went for max HP, max defense with an impish nature, so more defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack. You could go max special defense if you wanted to, so it'll be a careful nature I think, with plus special defense and minus special attack. You could always go for a minus speed and put this in a trick room if you wanted to. But those are a couple of different ideas that I thought that we could potentially run with Bastiodon. I like the idea of Metal Burst. It's obviously a signature move of Bastiodon, and I think it definitely has some capabilities, but we have to use it in very specific ways. Moving on to the second Bastiodon, I've gone for a support Bastiodon because realistically it's better as a support mon. It's got the defenses for it. You've got Stealth Rock here, which allows you to obviously put some pressure on your opponent, stop them switching as much because they are going to take damage. Heavy duty boots don't exist in this generation, and most of the defoggers will take 25 to 50% damage on income, so obviously if they want to defog, they're going to have a little bit of an issue with that in an initial sense. You then got Roar. Now, Roar works quite nicely because you're already slow. You're always going to go second, realistically. And roaring that Pokemon out, getting a secondary Pokemon in, and just continuously doing that, it allows you to, one, take a few hits because you are very defensive, and two, start racking up that recoil damage, well, not recoil damage, that damage from the Stealth Rocks each turn that they come in, and honestly, that could be a huge thing for the match. You then got Body Slam, chance to paralyze Pokemon if you're running a couple of faster mons that need a little bit of support there. Body Slam is definitely a really fantastic opportunity to use on any Pokemon really to try and paralyze it. Obviously, Ghost types it doesn't work. And then Heavy Slam as just a powerful Steel type attack. EV wise, you know, you could run this in a large amount of ways. You could run this as like an attacker because you have got the natural defenses. You could go max HP, max attack, Adamant, or even Brave. You could go max HP, max defense like the previous one, or you could go max HP and max special defense with that careful nature as I mentioned with the previous one as well. You could even split it on the defenses realistically if you wanted to. But yeah, that's just my idea for a support Bastiodon. You don't have to go for the attack investment, but realistically, if you want to go for attack because your defenses are so big anyways, that would obviously work fine. And then moving on to the third Bastiodon, we have got a special Bastiodon. This is definitely a gimmick set, and I just needed a third set realistically, and I thought, screw it, let's go for a gimmick. So we've got Leftovers, allowing you to recover some of your health each turn because you are going to take hits. Soundproof, to stop you from getting hit by sound-based moves. You've got Metal Sound, which lowers the special attack, or special defense, sorry, of the target by 2 stages. So it essentially halves their special attack, which is absolutely huge for you because that allows for you to be able to then use these free moves and kind of do more damage than you initially was going to. So you've got Ancient Power, there's a chance of Omni Boost. If you get the Omni Boost, that's absolutely fantastic. You've got Flash Cannon, powerful steel type attack boosted by Stab as well, and along with like that Metal Sound, that'll definitely do a lot more damage. And then you've got Ice Beam just for a bit more coverage on there as well. That covers ground types particularly. Haven't really got anything to cover any of the fighting types. You do need to obviously be cautious of that. But I think definitely this could work in certain kind of gimmicky teams. And especially in doubles. I think in doubles where you got like a Fake Tears user or a Metal Sound user next to you, I think Bastiodon definitely could be putting in a lot more work. But, you know, we will see about that. I might have to use it in the doubles league at some point. But anyways, that is all for Bastiodon, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Anyways, I'm getting out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.